Before we begin working in InDesign, let's talk a little bit about the environment of InDesign and how we can work with it. First, a little map of some terms and where we're headed with this video and the next following training videos. Up here we have our application bar. This is our control palette, our toolbar. All of these floating items in the middle are panels, and there are additional panels along the right-hand side. We will be addressing each of these in some detail in this and later videos. Let's first talk about the overall workspace and how you can set that up. And to do that, we're going to go to Window and Workspace. Here you have a variety of workspaces that are really dependent on what type of workflow you're working in. So for example, if you are doing a digital magazine, publishing in that format, you select it. Notice you have some things for animation, buttons, hyperlinks, folio builders, etc. What you saw earlier was our essentials, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Interactive for PDF is one of my favorite workspaces. I do a lot of interactive PDFs that add hyperlinks and allow you to have some media embedded in them. Printing and proofing give you some things like separations preview. If you're outputting to a print press, that's an excellent workspace. Typography, if you are designing, have some things you want to do with paragraph styles, some story things, those are all in that workspace. The default workspace is the Essentials workspace. And as you can see, I have a little bit of what I like to refer to as panel anarchy going on. So I've kind of dragged my panels everywhere. I've worked with them, I've moved them around, and now things are really kind of out of place and have run amok on me. To kind of get that back to a working environment, you can go to that workspace menu again and simply reset your essentials. You can also drag and drop and add some panels. Let's add a links, and let's do, I like some styles, specifically paragraph styles. Let's say I've added these to my workspace, and maybe I want everything to be kind of popped out with this view. I can then go to Window, Workspace, and I can create a new workspace. And so maybe this is my essentials. It's going to save my menus and my panels, and then just like we did before, once I get panel anarchy happening, I can simply go and reset my essentials. In addition to doing this from the Window Workspace menu, you can also do that over here in the upper right hand corner. And it has all the same options there as well. I'm actually just going to work in the essentials for our training videos since that is kind of the default for InDesign. Let's take a look at our application bar up here. First thing we have is an icon. If we select this, this will allow us to jump over to Adobe Bridge. If you are not familiar with working in Adobe Bridge as a image viewer, I really encourage you to perhaps take some lessons with JTech Fridays on that. It's just a great way to kind of preview and look at your images. You also have a mini bridge that you can bring up that is a panel, and it would also be, you can navigate to all of your files and kind of view those previews there as well. The next is your view percentage. So if you want to view it at 100%, if you need to view out, you can do that. Following, you have some view options. Do you want to hide rulers? You can add guides in, remove those things. All of these are kind of your view options. The next is a viewing mode. So normal shows you even things that don't really print. So these pink and purple lines are guides. They are not actually printing items. Preview would show you a preview of what really is printing, in this case nothing. Note there's a couple of different ways you can view this. You can also change your view mode down at the bottom of your toolbar, switching between all those views. My favorite method is just to use my W key and switch between preview mode and my normal mode. I don't really use my bleed or my slug presentation view very much. If you have multiple items open, so say you're working on a couple of different documents, this is a great, and I like how it gives you visual cues for what you're viewing. So it's very helpful to kind of help you view all of your working documents. A quick word about the control bar below. The control bar is contextual. So as I change tools, my toolbar changes. So you can notice when I'm typing, I have a series of tools that are different than when I'm working with a shape object. So just note that that changes as your tool changes. In our next video, we're going to get more into the toolbar and kind of divide out some different things with that.